Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of the Edmonds Racing TV show. Bit of a change of scene this week. No Bursi. He's moved on to focus on different areas of his business. So farewell Bursi, and boys, something to say there on Bruce?
Yeah, no, thanks Bruce for all your help over the last couple of years. You've been able to move to the Gold Coast here with your family and get a good footing in here, and you're well respected, and you'll do well with whatever you decide to do. So thanks for your help, and good luck in the future.
Yeah, very good. Obviously, Brucey, I had to remember the coffee order this morning, but you're always a good man with the coffees, and it's been great working with you. So all the best with whatever you do, and we will see you around the traps anyway.
With Adam hosting, you watch the numbers go through the roof now.
Oh, skyrocketing, no doubt. But no, good on you, Brucey, and we'll see you around the traps. On another note, boys, obviously very sad news around Chris Caserta this week. Obviously, has touched everyone in the racing industry, and obviously terrible scenario.
Yeah, look, up until probably recently, we didn't have a great deal to do with him, but he quickly become a well-respected member of the racing fraternity up here, and I will say every morning that we seen him at the track, he's riding work for Chris Waller 6 mornings a week. Obviously a very hard worker, loved the industry, was very passionate about his work, and was always so courteous and really polite. G'day, how you going, every day, and just seemed like a really great person. So it's absolutely horrible, to be fair.
Yeah, very sad for 26-year-old. Tragic in what happened, and and there's, he was very close to Jaden Lloyd and Zach Lloyd. Like a father figure to them, basically, because Jaden lived with him for quite a while when he was in Victoria, when he was apprentice there, and it's hit them pretty hard. So look, condolences to Chris's family, and just need to stay strong, I suppose. That's all you can say. And as Trent said, personable guy, always first to say good day, always, never missed a morning. So very sad, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, very sad. So our thoughts go out to Chris's family, friends, and the entire racing industry that might have been affected by this news. And good to see also that the Gold Coast Turf Club and Racing Queensland are putting in some support mechanisms in place from a welfare point of view for anyone that needs to talk or whatnot. So
very important.
Very important, because tough times. So, all right, let's get into the racing. I guess it's a big weekend of racing. There's lots of meetings and lots of runners catching up from previous weeks where meetings have been postponed.
Yes.
The big wet's over though. Obviously it's been a bit of a challenging time for you guys, but good to see that the sunshine's finally out.
Yeah, and you can see it behind us right here now. It cleared up yesterday. Still a little cloudy yesterday, but today's the day we need for it to recover properly. With this sunshine out, a bit of wind blowing, this track, well, especially the Gold Coast and Doomben as well, if they get the same weather we're getting here, the track should recover pretty quickly. I'd be devastated if it didn't get back to in the soft range, but that's only my prediction. Hopefully I'm right.
Very good. All right, let's get into the runners. There's 2 meetings today, Ipswich and the Sunshine Coast. You did have quite a few acceptors. Sunshine Coast have elected to scratch those, but there is one runner lining up at Ipswich in Blazing Mac. Third at the track over the 1350 last start, and steps up to the 1680 here.
Look, she's been basically a model of consistency her last couple. We're going up to the mile. I think we found the right race, 6-horse field. She looks like she's going to get control of it. Heavy track, not too sure.
Pedigree's okay.
Pedigree suggests she will handle it. And I was speaking to James Moss of Tricolours. Got a plan to hopefully step her out in journey, maybe a little bit later in the prep again, and keep sort of going up. She's bred along those lines. I think her mother was a half to Douro Valley, who won a Caulfield Cup, and quite a stout pedigree on the female side. So I don't see the 1680 being any troubles. She should get an uncontested lead, and providing she gets through the wet, then she's obviously short, but should be nearly winning.
Very good. Well, there you go, Blazing Mac. Good luck to the Tricolours team there. We move over to Doomben Saturday, where obviously track improving, you think, Toe?
Oh, I think it's got to improve. They're both tracks here, the Gold Coast and Doomben, are great weather tracks. They recover very quickly, and it's summertime here, so the sun just sucks the juice out of the ground. So I'm pretty sure it'll come back pretty quickly. And as I mentioned, I'd be very surprised if it didn't get back to a 6 or 7.
Okay, very good. Big team of runners heading up the M1 here. Louisiana Star is the first of those in the 2-year-old handicap over 1,200 metres. Trialled nicely twice leading into this, and barrier 3 for Ben Thompson.
Yep, had a blinkers tour. She was due to run last week over here. Naturally, they got washed out. 1,200, a little bit of a question mark first up, but she's improved with the blinkers on. I thought she worked super with Royal Witness
on Tuesday morning.
Tuesday before as well, and put it right to him. He's an open company type horse. We're in that grade and that level, and she's a gross doing filly who's taken a while. She's quite, as I say, gross doing, and took forever to get fit. 1,200 might be like a maximum distance tomorrow, but I'm sure she can run okay.
Very good. All right, good luck to everyone involved there. Good to see Louisiana Star on debut. We then move over to Green Jacket in race 6, which is an open quality over the 2,000 metres. 2,000 metres for him. You think that'll suit, Trent?
First go, I suppose. Don't know till you try. Drawn soft. Track conditions are going to be perfect for him. I think he ran in that Mooloolaba Cup the other day at the Sunshine Coast, and the track was very firm. He loves getting the toe in and loves sitting at the ground every time he races well. He gets track conditions to suit and nice and soft. So perfect race to have a crack at 2,000 metres. I think I'll be right in saying that we've always thought that he probably is going to end up there. He's got a good record at a mile, and we're just basically trying to make something happen. He'll relax well and hit the line hard. Dooman's his track, and it opens up a few more doors if he can be pretty competitive over the 2,000. That's why we're having a crack.
Yep.
Yeah, never know until you have a go, I guess. So good luck to everyone there. We then move over to Harold, the Herovian, lining up in the reprogrammed recognition stakes over the 1,350. Brad Stewart, barrier 10. Obviously, you've had the week in between. I guess you've just ticked him over in between. Yeah,
he actually had his last final gallop Saturday morning. We knew they were going to be called off, so we let him rip on Saturday morning, and he worked beautiful. Looks super. We can't have him look any better. Pretty sure the track's going to suit him down to the ground. He loves his toe on the ground as well, and whatever beats him will be winning. Even though he's got a big weight, carries big weights all the time anyway. But he's just a real racehorse who even though he's 8, you wouldn't think he's 8. You think he's a 4-year-old the way he gets around the place and carries on. He looks fantastic. Good muscle tone on him, and very strong and ready to go.
The week off, does that help, hinder, or indifferent?
Look, the only problem, or the only minus I got is him first up at 1,350, off a trial sort of nearly 5 weeks ago or something, or 6 weeks ago, and then, having him ready a couple of weeks in a row is...
You did have the Sunshine Coast 1,200 trial too.
Yeah,
getting that.
Yeah, we did, yeah. Sorry, my memory blanked then. So, okay. No, he's fit enough.
Okay.
No problem at all.
Good to go, Harold. Looking forward to see him back at the races. We then move over to Madelka, who's obviously flying, 3 wins on the trot and won a recent trial. You spoke about her last week. How's I guess same question, how's the week in between been and that delay there?
No problems for her, but I do think we're going to duck it, even though she's drawn soft. There's a perfect race for her here, that open 1,100 over the road here, and what that does then is qualifies her for the Country Cup Magic Millions Day. They've got to have 5 runs in the provincial or country area in the preceding 12 months, and she needs 1 more. So walk her across the road. She can have a burn around over the 1,100 here. I'd love if we own a smart one running the George more, but I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to come here to the coast. But anyway, we'll see.
Okay, see what happens with scratching. So that race, the open handicap over the 1,100, as you mentioned. Jaden Lloyd to ride from barrier 7. So good luck to everyone involved there. We then move over to Hard Empire, who is in the George Moore Stakes, the 1,200 metres here. Obviously, serious horse, 11 wins to date. Trialled nicely behind Alligator Blood.
Yeah, and won his previous trial to that over here with Usmanov and the company. It was a very, very strong trial as well. Look, a couple of 8-year-olds, I think, going around first up. How good that they can keep going. He comes off joint surgery. He had surgery after Magic Million time last year. So he's been out off the scene for sort of 12 months. Not that he's been idle either. He's sort of been in ticking over and in rehabilitation stage, so I think he's pretty fit and right to go. 2 trials. Second trial wasn't as impressive as his first trial, but up at Doomben there, I thought it was good enough. Subsequent work's super. So I think he gets back and runs on pretty strong. Ryan Maloney to ride should suit, and I think he can finish top 3 or 4.
As long as there's a little bit of pressure up front, like as I was saying, if We Own a Smart One happens to run in the George Moore, that's the pressure to zoo style, and we'd be just a little bit worse in midfield and coming at him late. He won the race last year, beat Jonker, so...
Subsequent Group 1 winner, so, he's a serious horse, even though he's an 8-year-old. He's not even wanted in the market. I'm not sure why that is, but maybe they didn't like his trial too much the other day, but I think you'll find he's a little better race day than his trial day.
Okay, fair enough. And obviously future aims for him throughout the summer as well?
Magic Million sprint race is his aim, as it was last year, so we just got to manage him into that. So it kicks off tomorrow, and hopefully we can have him cherry right for Magic Million Day.
Very good. Well, good luck to everyone there in the feature race of the day. And then we then move over to race 10, the listed mode stakes over the 1,200 metres. 2 runners engaged here in Mimi Lagarde and Lime Soda. Obviously, Mimi Lagarde was great first up. How's she heading into this?
Yeah, she was awesome first up, and she's drawn a beautiful barrier. The race is nearly at 6 o'clock, so we're going to get that good drying day. The track will be back to spot on for her, to be fair, and she's drawn soft. Good speed from out deep, Rhapsody Rose and those type of horses. They'll fang across, intersect it's a roughie down the bottom of the page. It's drawn wide too. It'll roll forward. I see some pretty hot speed out deep, so she'll be getting home over the top as long as she gets a clear run from the top of the straight. It looks a lovely race for her, to be fair. And Lime Soda, a little bit of a step up, but Brad Stewart on board. She's drawn barrier 9. I think she'll just find the right lane, and as I said, if they go along quick, she'll be hitting the line as well. We rode her very steady in a trial here one day. I think Robbie rode her and she came up to the line beautifully, and we've been largely on speed with her the rest of her career, or so far, 3 starts. And I'm looking forward to a really hot tempo, or hopefully a hot tempo, and then for her just to relax and then really finish off. We've added winkers to her gear. Work Tuesday morning was super. Can't wait.
Very good. Good to have 2 runners in a feature race, and,
Yep.
and as you said, horses stepping up in grade as well.
It's so important for these fillies to have a crack at a race like this and try and get some black type for later on, obviously the breeding barn in a couple of years' time, hopefully.
Very good. Good luck to everyone involved there. We then move over to the home track here, Gold Coast Saturday. Toby, you touched on the track. You think it'll improve. First runner on the card is Bursi, who is up to the 2,200 metres here. Two seconds over the 1,800 last 2 starts, and you think the 2,200 could be the difference?
I think so. I think he hasn't ran for a while, but certainly from memory, his last start, I thought the jockey was just a little bit impatient on him. He sort of, I think one come around him and he went with it and sort of took his finish away. I know the winner won quite easily, but he battled on to run second. I think if we're just a little more patient tomorrow, I'm pretty confident it's the right race for him. Work's been good. He's no star, but certainly like to get him out and out in journey just to see if he can stay, and quite confident he can. His pedigree suggests he can, so he's in the right race tomorrow to run well. Very
good. Archer Park colours also engaged here in race 3, which is a class 2 over the 1,800. Loving Miss. She was second over the 1,400, and I think you mentioned last week that you thought the step up in trip would suit.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, maybe 1,800 second up poses some concerns, but we've attempted to have her as good as we can for it. Soft gate, softish track, tick, 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 to be fair, and it doesn't seem a very strong race. So she really, last sort of 50, 60 metres of her work the other day at the sunny coast was really good and quite encouraging. So, back to where she won her one and only race, I think can run well. Good each way chance.
Very good. Good luck to the Archer Park team for those 2 runners lining up there. We then move over to race 4, a maiden handicap over the 1,200 metres where Tayella lines up. First up for Michael Hellier here, and won 2 trials, so going pretty well indeed.
Yeah. She was in today as well, but we've scratched her off a couple of weeks in a row off heavy tracks now. So as long as this track comes back to what I think it will, or what we think it will, we'll run. And she's going well enough to win a race like that. Michael Hellier on probably bangs up on the speed there somewhere, and she'll be hard to tow, especially around the Gold Coast. She trialled good here a couple of times, and she'll race good here tomorrow. especially with the sting out of the ground. Don't want it heavy, but certainly with the jar out of the ground, it should suit her down to the ground.
Very good, very good.
Jar of the ground, down
Down the ground. You beauty, Taylor.
Hashtag winning.
There you go. Early preview.
That's what he's trying to say.
Early preview for a best bet there. But anyway, we then move over to Global Citizen, who lines up race 5, benchmark 70 handicap over the 900 metres. He's a speedy horse for the strong Bloodstock syndicate here. First up, and he was a good fourth in a pretty hot Doomben trial.
Yeah, it certainly was, and Ryan Maloney rode him on that occasion and was pretty kind to him in the run, I thought. 900 metres, he was an impressive first up winner here at the track last prep, over 900. Bit of a stiff race, like that horse of Kelly Schweeder's never paid. Like it's pretty smart and it's really quick. So while our bloke's going good, all of these have got some match fitness on him. He hasn't run for a very long time. I would suggest watch him tomorrow. If he can topple these, then he's going super. Work's been good at home. His trials have been good. He looks outstanding. My only concern is just the lack of match practice lately, and the others have sort of had 3-4 runs in a prep. So watch for him to improve after whatever he does tomorrow.
Very good. He's obviously a horse that's had ability, and you guys have had your challenges just with managing little things with him. So he's obviously been a bit of a, you've had to put your thinking cap on with him and try different things.
Feet, joints. Yeah, he's had the works burger for a while, and that's why he's such a lightly raced horse at the age he is, because he's taken a stack of managing, but his feet are in great order, nice and sound this time. The owners were kind enough to allow us to just give him as much time as we need, and he's come back really good for it. He looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, well, good luck to everyone involved there, the strong Bloodstock guys with Global Citizen. The next run on the program is Darkhorse, lining up in a Class 1 handicap, making stable debut, and won a trial recently here at the Gold Coast.
I think he's going to go to the Sunny Coast Sunday, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. I think we'll probably wait for that. He's drawn a bit awkward there, hasn't he? So we might just wait for the Sunny Coast Sunday.
Yep.
Sunny Coast Sunday. Okay, the next runner on the program is the big fella, Grand Zoo, he's won 2 trials leading into this open handicap over the 1100 metres. Fatty Vorton engaged among the ownership group. How's the big fella Grand Zoo going to go?
Well, you'd have to think 1100 would be short of his best, wouldn't it?
It is, yeah.
And like a couple of them pretty sharp sprinters, as I said. If we own a smart one lines up, it'll be very short price favourite. Madelka, as long as he probably settles just off them and then runs on, he'd be happy. And then once he stretches to further, have some confidence about him. I think he's going super. We had him in a really good form 12 months ago, and then last prep he just went off the boil a bit. So I think he's back to that level of 12 months ago. He might just need the run to get going.
Okay, very good. Good luck to everyone involved there. The final run on the program is Purnell, who lines up in a benchmark 65 over the 1400 metres. Purnell's second up for the Archer Park team and ran 5th at the Sunny Coast first up.
Yeah, he runs better at Sunny Coast than he does here, but he's going to get a track to suit tomorrow with the sting out of the track. So look, he's a bit of an enigma, I think, but he looks to be going pretty good to me. There's no reason why he can't run well, but the horse doesn't give you a great deal of confidence. He just needs to put a few together to get everyone confident that he's going to perform week in, week out. That's what we need to see. He's got the ability to do it. We've mentioned it many times on the show before, so he needs to stick his neck out and have a crack.
Very good. Good luck to the Archer Park team. Could have a big day here at the Gold Coast on Saturday. Okay, moving over to the Sunshine Coast meeting on Sunday. There's lots of runners lining up over the weekend. Empress Zoo is the first run on the Sunshine Coast program, but barrier 19, so likely scratch.
Yeah.
Scratch, wait for Wednesday.
Yep.
Wait for another day there. Prince Among Men lines up in a maiden plate, was third on debut for the stable. Did you guys learn any more about him off the back of that run?
Yeah, so Kieran Keys, who owns it, phoned me in. He doesn't like wet tracks at all. So as long as that track is okay, we'll run. But if it's not, we'll wait. But he's going very well.
The form out of his Musiali that won, run third in that $100,000 race up there, the 3-year-old quality, a couple of Saturdays ago. So form out of it's been pretty good.
Didn't have the best of luck in the run either. Like I know he drew good and he gave him a beautiful run, but Brad Stewart was laying all over him and held him in, and he didn't get out of it. Didn't get out until the winner and the second horse are already off and gone.
Yeah.
And I thought he ran good, and he works like he shouldn't be getting beaten. So he's not. I'm pretty sure we can get him to win and progress after that.
Okay, so it could be one to follow, just
Yep.
needs the right sort of track.
Yep.
Okay, Darkhorse we've spoken about, loving this, same boat. We then move over to race 8, benchmark 85 over the 1400 metres. You've got 3 runners engaged here, so let's just touch on a few of those. Walking Flying, first up, stakes place last prep.
Yeah, form behind, or form in front of her with Zaydani winning the Ballarat Cup and the Matriarch and whatnot has been pretty good, or very good. She's first up, probably going to need the run. She's actually in foal to Schnitzel, so we need to get her up and get her going. There's a couple of black type options in the latter part of the month that we are looking at with her. And yeah, we just need to run her, but softish track, yeah, it's, a bit of sting out the ground will be perfect for her.
It's obviously an interesting thing that you don't hear of all the time from a training point of view. When you've got a horse that's in foal and racing, how does that change anything from a training point of view, or does it?
Well, not really.
Not much
You
at all.
don't change the training. A lot of trainers say that it improves the mare's appetite and whatever else. But she's a good doing mare anyway, and her attitude hasn't changed. She is non-fuss. So
We treat her normally.
Yeah.
The best part about it is they don't got to wait for another 12 months to get a foal. She's been served and kept in work, kept up to the mark down at Paul Massara, kept her going down there for us whilst she was getting through that process, and she's been back here and trialled a couple of times and is ready to go. She's going to need the run though, I would think, but once she gets out to a mile and a little bit further, she'll come into her own.
Yeah, interesting stuff. Okay. The other runners, She's Our Boss and Ruka. She's Our Boss was 7th over the 1200, and does this 1400 sort of suit?
1400 suits a little more than that. Soft track and big track suits for sure. Just drawn a bit tricky, but she'll be second half of the field and then hitting the line hard, you'd have to think. Ruka, up to 1400, a little bit of jar out the track, perfect. Big track, perfect. Barrier 1, spot on. So he's just going to get all the favours, providing he gets a run. Talking about enigmas, he's probably been a little bit frustrating for everyone. He's got a really good amount of ability, but hasn't quite often won through one reason or another, wide barriers or just not the greatest luck in running. But that looks like a perfect race for him.
Okay, well, fingers crossed he gets a run there. And change of colours for him too?
Yeah, so Darren Halpin and the lads in him have formed a new syndicate, the Three Amigos. It looks like the old El Paso Taco. A bit of a different setup. Cool colours, don't mind them.
You won't miss him in the run, no doubt.
No.
You can't see them in the run.
Oh, you can't see them?
Doom and trials are very hard to see, but anyway, we'll see.
You've got to get used to them.
They look good close up on the camera.
I suppose an acquired taste,
That's
we
about
might
all.
say.
Good luck to the Three
I
Amigos.
think he's just an eccentric.
That'll do.
Okay, moving on. The last race on the program, race 9, Astro Boy Toy lines up here. Was second at his first start for the stable. Benchmark 75 handicap over the 1400.
Yeah, nice race for him. You're drawn a bit stiff, bit
13, he's
awkward,
drawn a
yeah,
bit
but it shouldn't matter up there. The starts are all pretty good. He's ready to go as long as the track's fair and equal. He'll run and he'll be very, very hard to beat wherever he runs. So horse going super.
He bounces, he's got good early speed anyway.
Yeah.
Nice long run. He should just take his time and then navigate across. Ryan rides him well, likes the horse, wanted to stick with him, so that's a bit of a follow.
That's a plus. It's a
That's
positive.
a plus. There's a couple of ticks there. All right, well, Archer Park, another runner there. So the Archer Park Army's coming out to play. So good luck to everyone involved there. All right, we've been through all the runners. Lots of, obviously.
Many I can't remember.
there's that many, but can we nut you down for a best bet?
Oh, gee, tough weekend.
I'm going to flip over the page.
No, I'm going to go Mimi Lagarde. I think she's close to our best, just because she's just a beautiful soft barrier, progressive filly, good amount of ability. It'll be a good bit of black type to grab for her, for the owners, Jerry Harvey and Luke McDonald. Be good effort.
They'd be happy with a narrow win, do you think? Or,
Oh,
I know he wasn't happy last start.
Just has to win by 4 or 5 to be happy.
It's a disclaimer.
I was a little bit disappointed in the win, to be truthful. I thought she beat them easy, but I suppose fitness and the amount of time she had off first up was enough. But she got the job done, and as I said to Jerry, I think she might be feeling this probably only going to do as much as she has to. She's quite a laid back thing. I think once we put blinkers on her one day, it's not just yet, but when we think she needs it, you'll see a good filly.
Okay, well, she's got a
So
pretty handy record.
all them races like the Coolmore and that next year, she's going to come into her own. I feel she's a top class filly is going to keep progressing.
Righto, futures markets, Unibet, something?
We'll wait.
Next year, is there a market out for that? Okay, and Trent, what have you got best bet for the weekend?
Yeah, I would have said either of those fillies in the mode. You know, Lime Soda.
Lime Soda's good info,
She's jumped out the ground since we put some headgear on her. We put blinkers on her in her work. She was just a little bit aggressive, so we've gone with winkers. In my opinion, she's well over the odds.
Very good. Okay. Well, a bit of value there, and lots of runners, lots of chances. Good luck to everyone over the weekend. And Bursi, I hope you took down those best bets.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck.